In the high stakes of social media, showing your face is super crucial. And it isn't just a vanity play. It really is a strategic move. Why? Because authenticity always wins. It rules today's day and age of social media marketing in our digital marketplace today. This week, we're going to break down compelling reasons why your small business or brand needs to show its face on social media platforms or social media in general. It isn't just nice to have. It's a must. It's a must for connecting with your audiences. I'm going to bust myths, provide actionable strategies, and really discuss how realness, that raw realness triumphs in the business background. On top of talking about building your brand and why you need to show face when you're talking about your small business, I'm also going to be talking about a topic that a lot of people might be familiar with in this day and age, and that's toxicity. Toxicities. I really want to turn this into a personal territory, if you would, and really just a candid talk on toxic relationships, specifically ones closest to us. Tough love is on the agenda as we tackle. It really is crucial, specifically for the ones that are closest to us, and the agenda is really why we need to eliminate negativity in our life, whether it's removing friends, whether it's removing family, the closest ones to our heart. Now, the path to success, any type of success, no matter how you visualize success, it's strewn with obstacles, and we really can't let toxicity or negativity be one of them. And I'm really focusing on negativity here, guys. So join us as I share insights on really trying to safeguard and keep out that negativity and safeguarding your passion, your mindset, and your business from those contagious negative vibes. What's up, everyone? This is Fit for Business with Jarod Lehn. If you could do me a favor, if you're watching on YouTube for the first time, if you can go ahead and tap that subscribe button. And as always, if you're listening on Spotify for the first time, go ahead and tap that follow button. Welcome to episode 10. Stepping into the spotlight of social media might seem like a small step to some, but it really is a giant leap of a whirlwind for your small business. A whirlwind that is of the digital era, digital connections, and really authenticity and transparency rule. They aren't just buzzwords. They are really what your audience craves. When you dare to show your face for your brand, you really are breathing fresh life into that small business, into that brand, and you are getting those heartfelt connections as well. It's really like the genuine interactions that not only foster trust, but it also fosters and distinguishes you from the sea of other people who may be faceless, if you would. Faceless in the means of hiding behind logos, stock images, and so forth. Yet, the path to personal visibility is really fraught with hurdles and judgment. For many entrepreneurs, let's talk about the fear of judgment or facing the dreaded trolls can prevent a lot of people from wanting to get on social media and put their face on social media, whether it's through photo content or video content. And people really do fear the trolls, and it can be paralyzing for some. As you say to yourself, why do I want to put myself in those shoes for people to criticize me on social media? I want to put some actionable items in place for everyone to kind of just help you conquer those fears and just say, fuck it. I know my brand, my business needs to have a face. So join me as I really debunk the myths of kind of that clouding your personal brand. I want to lay out a blueprint, if you would, really crafting an online persona for your brand that will truly resonate with your targeted audience. Here is a 7-step guide to help you eliminate that fear and try to create your personal brand for your business. Let's start with step 1. It's really simple. Defining your personal persona. Start by defining the person behind your brand. What are your core values, your interests, and your passions? How do you want your audience to perceive you? Crafting a clear brand persona will guide you. It will guide you in your content creation process and help you remain consistent across all platforms. And I say all platforms, right? So if we're seeing this a week later, we all know that Meta went down this past week and a lot of people had heart attacks. And if you're anybody that is anybody, you really should be sprinkling your content across all platforms anyway. Step number 2, choosing the right platform, which I'm contradicting myself here, but in retrospect, you really should be, if you're talking about video content, everything pretty much nowadays is, chopped and edited in a vertical format for like a reel or a TikTok or a Snapchat. So you really should be pushing your content to all the platforms, all of them. Again, I know not all social media platforms may be right for your brand, and you may say, hey, I need to select the appropriate platforms for your targeted audience, and I get that. That is something you definitely want to do. So if you're just starting out to build that personal brand, maybe you really do want to focus on a few platforms, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, I don't know, depending upon what type of business you're in, so you can essentially manage them without spreading yourself too thin. But again, not to sound contradictory, you do want to make sure you are being visible throughout all platforms. Step number 3, this goes without saying, to help develop your personal brand, you should create some type of content strategy. Develop a content strategy, right, that aligns with the goals of your business, the goals for your brand, and decide on the types of content that you're going to share. Very basic stuff here. But this basic stuff, it goes a long way. It goes a mile. Educational posts, behind the scenes stories, customer testimonials, and how often are you posting those? Remember, quality trumps quantity. Incorporate storytelling into your posts that are more relatable. Even if you don't have a video editor, it shouldn't prevent you from, recording content and figuring out a way to, edit. All these platforms now, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, have some type of editor inside to help you make quick cuts. You guys can figure it out. Step number 4, and this is what the podcast is talking about. Show your face. Humanize your brand by showing your face, guys. Use photos and use videos of yourself in your post, in your stories, and your profile pictures, of course. It doesn't necessarily mean every post needs to feature you. You should sprinkle that in within your content strategy, but really aim for a balance between your personal and your professional content. Showing your face, people say it time and time again, as well as I do, it really builds trust, it builds loyalty with your potential followers, connections. Step number 5 kind of goes without saying, connect with your audience. And what do I mean by that? Social media, as I always say, and I hear people say it, it's a two-way street. Not a one-way street. That means like no posting and ghosting. Make sure to actively engage with your audience, with your followers, respond to comments. I'm not saying you need to respond to all DM comments and messages if you're getting a lot. But if you're only getting one DM, one comment, you should be able to take the time and energy to respond to those. Ask questions, run polls in your stories. We really encourage UGC, user-generated content. It really helps foster that online community. Step number 6, collaborate and network, meaning collaborate online and network. Collaborate potentially with well-rounded brands that align with your goals and your core values, right? Collaborate with brands, influencers, and industry experts, maybe that are similar with yours, again, that align with your values. This really can help you just broaden out and reach a wider audience and essentially add more value to your brand. Attend virtual events. That's a good way to network as well, to show your face and participate online. And now lastly, the 7th step, analyze and adapt. Use analytical tools to track your performance on social media. Whether that's using Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, GA4, or if you're just using the analytic tools that come with the platforms, whether that's on Meta, whether that's on TikTok, whether that's on, the YouTube Editor Studio. Analyze what's working and what's not working. Do it like on a 30, 60, 90-day trial basis. Just be open to experimenting new ideas and formats to see what really resonates, with your audience, guys. And it's really all about patience and consistency, because you can't do like 10 posts and see what worked and what didn't work. You have to keep on getting yourself out there, and you have to show that level of vulnerability. Let's shift gears, shall we? Prioritizing your well-being, it's really not just a practice, it's a necessity, especially in today's fast digital paced world where stress, burnout is all too common. I'm not saying this with a double-edged sword. It's more than just physical health. It encompasses mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, all combined. By taking time for self-care, whether that's exercise, meditation, or simply indulging in a hobby that's going to help take stress off of you, it brings you joy. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. You're investing in your resilience. This resilience becomes your armor really against the inevitable challenges and setbacks as a small business owner you are going to fucking face, not just personally again, but professionally. So surrounding yourself with positive influences, people who just uplift you, not bring you down, inspire you, and support you and your dreams really further fortifies that armor you have. These positive influences can really act as a buffer, helping to redirect that negative energy that can easily derail us from our path, guys. Safeguarding your passion, your mindset, and business from the contagious effect of negativity is really crucial in maintaining that peace of mind and achieving long-term success. Negativity really has a way of creeping into our minds at the end of the day, and it can spread like wildfire, dampening our enthusiasm and clouding our judgment. When you prioritize your well-being and you consciously are choosing your circle of influences, you really create a protective barrier around your passion. This really not only preserves the spark that I've learned, but it helps drive you, and it also ensures your mindset so you can remain top-notch, optimistic, and focused all together. I think in turn, your business will benefit from really this positivity and growth mindset, and really just being more conducive and conductive in creativity, innovation to help you with sustainable success. So remember, the state of your well-being really directly influences the health of your business. Really, by protecting the one, you safeguard the other. So as always, thank you for lending me your ears and most importantly, your attention. This has been Fit for Business with me, Jarod Lehn.